بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. السلام عليكم. أنا سعيد جدا بكون معكم إن هذا في المدرسة الجديدة هنا في دار البيضاء، وشكرا جزيلا لسمير. شكرا سمير. برافو عليك. برافو عليكم. بعد إذنكم أنا حستمر باللغة الإنجليزية أسهل شوية إليه. ماشي؟ شكرا. So I'm going to start with a joke I was told many years ago. It's a good one. Three career people, men, women, doesn't matter. One is a gardener, one is an architect, and one is a diplomat. And they're showing off. And the gardener says, well, of course, you're not lots of nuts, are you? I'm the oldest profession. The other two look at him and go, yeah. How do you work that out? Garden of Eden. Gardener. Nothing gets older than that. And the architect says, well, hang on a sec. Before the garden, there was chaos. Who sorted the chaos to make the garden? It was me, the architect. Oh, the gardener looks a bit put out. The diplomat looks at them both and laughs. Ha! He says, who do you think created the chaos in the first place? So I'd like you to remember the word chaos, because I'll come back to it. Education. So I was very lucky. I went to a state school in the UK, and normally if you go to a state school, you end up not having the best education. I ended up going to one of the best universities in the United Kingdom, to doing a master's, to doing a job which I love, which brings me to amazing countries like yours. And thank you very much for allowing me to come and work in your country, which is fantastic. But education is the passport to the future, and tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. Now, when we look at the future, actually, there's a lot about the future to be very worried about. Very worried. We've got climate change, which is a huge threat to our way of life. There is terrorism, which is another huge threat to our way of life. There's the necessity of having equal economic development so entire countries can develop and improve. And of course, there's the growing threat of nationalism. Now, to all these problems, the only solution is to work together across national boundaries. And that's why it was great. How many countries did you say? 20 countries here at this school, and that's fantastic. That's why, despite me saying that the diplomats cause chaos, our role is to join countries, to work together across boundaries. When I talk about boundaries, I often think about education. My education was partly in France, partly in Belgium, partly in New Zealand, partly in the United Kingdom. So it was across boundaries. Breaking down those boundaries reduces fear, it reduces unfamiliarity, it breeds acceptance, and it breeds confidence. And I think the British education offers something special in this regard. I'm delighted that this year we will be opening the first British school in Morocco, and next year, God willing, this will be one of the next schools to open with full accreditation from the British government. I can't promise that, but we're working together to make that happen. We're also increasing the number of Chevening scholarships, which enables Moroccans to go and study in the UK. When I arrived, we had 5. Now we have 15 with Samir's help. We're moving on towards 20, and the day before yesterday, we got an agreement that we could have another 8 scholarships. So we're now nearly at 25 scholarships in the UK. But why do I like the British education system? I'm going to tell you a story, and then I know you're all going to be bored of listening to me, so it's a very quick story. When I turned up in France, I had my first tutorial, and the teacher said, right, your first essay is going to be, and he gave me the title. That was it. I was already dans la bibliothèque, j'avais pris 15 livres, j'étais en train de faire la recherche, j'ai tout fait dans la tête, j'ai complètement zappé ce qu'il a dit le prof. That wasn't very clever, because I wrote my essay. It was a 12-page essay with books and bibliography and discourse, and wonderful. I gave it to him. Came back 2 days later, red, all over. And I went to see him and I said, mais c'était un masterpiece. Vous ne pouvez pas rayer tous en rouge comme ça, ça va pas la tête? Il m'a dit, j'ai dit 2 pages et demie, j'ai dit lisez ces 2 livres et ces 4 chapitres dans les 2 livres. Je vous ai dit que c'était thèse, antithèse et synthèse. Et vous avez fait ce cauchemar. Okay. So when the French students came back to the UK, we got to the end of the first tutorial, and the teacher said, right, the essay I want you to do is the death of copyright. Thank you. Et il est parti. Et les étudiants français qui étaient là, what? And the British system teaches you to challenge. It teaches you to go and think for yourself. It teaches you entrepreneurial spirit. And that challenge is really important. Because education is not just about school and getting a degree. It's about widening your knowledge. It's about absorbing the truth about life. And it never, ever stops. So, and this is the end of my speech, so you'll be really pleased. Why chaos? Because if we do tomorrow the things we are doing today in the way we did them yesterday, we will never improve, we will never develop, we will never move forward. So I say to the people in my embassy, and I say to you graduating, and I say to you people out there, you young people, you're the future. Be disruptive, be chaotic, be challenging, do things differently. As Samir said, make a mark, make a difference. Do not leave this world as you find it, because we, our generation, my parents' generation, our grandparents' generation, we have left you a mess. We have left you a mess, and it is up to you to sort it. So leave your mark, change the world, and make your future. Thank you.